This is ABC.
This is KOLO-TV Reno. And now, from the team you know and trust, Ed Pearce, Erin Breen, meteorologist Tony Shelton, and Rob Nikolewski with sports. This is News Channel 8 at 11.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Well, the historic liftoff of the Earth-Winds Hilton manned balloon just hours away. If Mother Nature cooperates, the giant balloon will begin to circumnavigate the globe at sunrise.
Reporter Janice Higginbotham spent this evening out at the Stead launch site, and she joins us from the newsroom tonight with the latest on the mission. Janice?
It is a very cold night out there at the Stead Airport tonight, reportedly -10. And the main thing I want to stress for would-be spectators is to bring plenty of warm clothing in the morning, especially face masks. That's if you plan to watch that sunrise liftoff. At this point, the countdown to that liftoff is a little behind schedule, but I'll show you where they are.
A slight wind has this project at least an hour behind schedule tonight, and given past setbacks, the crew is extremely cautious. Spokesperson Bill Armstrong, though, says the delay at this point is nothing serious.
We're still looking at a sunrise liftoff. All the planning has been geared to that, and if operationally things go well during the inflation and staging of the balloon, we'll be able to meet that. But it's a long night, and it's an experimental aircraft. Has not been done before, and a lot of people are working real hard to see what they can do to make this happen tonight.
And as the hour draws ever nearer, the crew is tucked in for a rest now and awaiting a 1 a.m. phone call to let them know that this is a go. The first objective tonight is to fill the top balloon with over 1 million cubic feet of helium. That's enough to fill the Goodyear blimp 5 times over. And speaking of blimps, the capsule holding the 3 aeronauts is shaped like a football and will provide the ultimate in luxury record-setting for the 3 to 4 week flight. The crew, of course, is the Russian cosmonaut, an American pilot, and the current record holder, Captain Larry Newman. Now, Newman is the only person to have crossed both the Atlantic and the Pacific in a balloon, and he's shown here at the Reno air races looking much warmer than most of the crowd we observed tonight out at Stead.
I didn't have a very tight shot of that capsule for you, but I assure you that the crew members will be quite comfortable. They've got hot food, a warm bed, TV, all courtesy of the major sponsor, Hilton.
Janice, what's the anxiety level like out there tonight? They've had a lot of problems getting this thing off the ground.
Well, as you can imagine, the support crew is quite anxious. It's all up to them at this point. As for the 3 aeronauts, the crew members, they're tucked away and trying to get some rest, and there's not much more they can do now. And they've been through this before, so they're just holding back and being patient.
Like we all are. Thanks a lot, Janice.
Thanks, Janice. But in other news, the Reno police say that a 39-year-old woman whose body was found in her Reno apartment yesterday had been sexually assaulted and then murdered. And tonight they are asking for the public's help in solving the case. Kathy Douglas's body was found yesterday morning by friends who stopped by her apartment on Harvard Way to give her a ride to church. An autopsy was performed today. No cause of death has been revealed, but indications are that she died Friday evening or early Saturday. Investigators say the front door to the apartment had been forced open, and they say they want to talk with anyone who may have seen or heard anything suspicious near her apartment or who may have seen her in recent days. Anyone with information is being asked to call the Reno Police Department at 334-2121 or Secret Witness at 322-4900. By the way, Secret Witness has posted a $2,500 reward for information leading to arrest and prosecution.
A Reno mother now faces murder charges in the death of her 2-month-old son over the weekend. Chrisaya Labastida and the baby's father, Michael Robert Strouser, were taken into custody Saturday. The original charges against Labastida were child abuse and neglect, but tonight those charges changed to murder to match that of Strouser. The baby stopped breathing at home on Saturday, and while attempting to revive that child, paramedics noticed several traumatic injuries on the infant's body. Further investigation revealed that the body suffered numerous injuries over that period of time, and the couple is in the Washoe County Jail tonight with no bail set.
The Ormsby House swung open its doors today to bring in a special team to help its displaced ex-employees. More than 200 workers found themselves out of work when the Carson City Landmark closed its doors last week. But now many of them will get a chance to find work again. John Tyson has the story.
The task force is actually made up of members from several different agencies, like Join and the United Way. Their job will be to point these former employees in a direction that will help them find another job. Those jobs won't be handed to them on a silver platter either. They'll have to make an effort on their own. But task force officials say they won't fall through the cracks either.
And I really don't see any reason for these folks to fall through the cracks. You know, there's all kinds of programs. It's just getting the programs to the right people.
Some will try to find employment within the casino industry. Others may qualify for retraining, while some might be targeted for upgrading in their present skills.
Some people working here, maybe computer skills, accounting, whatever, and they can get those upgraded too. Still go back to the gaming industry.
Right now, anything will do for Bill and Carlotina Keller. As a husband and wife working together, they are both now in dire straits.
They all try their best to keep it open. Financially, we're in a bind, which you know. That's all I can say.
Help for many of these employees has also come from the casino industry itself. Managers from the CalNeva have personally come down here with job openings and applications. In all, it's estimated that about 10% of the total workforce here has already found other jobs. And of course, there's always the hope that the Ormsby House will reopen and rehire many of these employees back. John Tyson, News Channel 8.
Still to come on News Channel 8, Sierra Pacific is asking for rate increases, and the state consumer advocate says, watch out.
And what started out as a routine traffic stop in Southern California turns into a high-speed chase and nets officials more than a dozen illegal aliens. Stay tuned.
Dial star 888 when you see news happen for the News Channel 8 Cellular One news line. Call from your Cellular One phone anytime, 24 hours a day.
Hi, I'm Gene Whitworth, owner of American Mobile Homes, and I would like to make you an unbelievable offer. A 1993 4- or 5-bedroom home, 2 baths, and over 1,500 square feet of luxury, all for only $29,900. That's right, only Nevada's largest volume dealer could make such an offer. $29,900 for 4 or 5 luxurious bedrooms, 2 spacious baths, over 1,500 square feet. Come see us today at any of our 6 locations statewide. American Mobile Homes, voted #1 dealer in America. That's American Mobile Homes.
Not long ago, Susan found a lump in her breast. She went to Washoe Medical Center, where a mammogram identified it as a tumor. In the region's only comprehensive cancer treatment center, Susan underwent surgery and radiation therapy. Her early self-examination and the care she received not only saved her breast, but also the life of a very important person called Mommy. Washoe Medical Center. When you know us, you'll choose us.
If your New Year's resolution is to join a weight loss center, break it and try Just Help Yourself, the diet you can do for yourself. With more than 24 great tasting entrees for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And no membership fees, no meetings, and no embarrassing weigh-ins. Just delicious food, which makes Just Help Yourself a do-it-yourself diet that's easy to like. Discover Just Help Yourself, the diet you can do for yourself, only at Rayleigh's.
Used People. Grab this movie.
This is crazy.
A story of love, family, and dreams that come true.
What?
A sure Oscar contender.
You cousin Minnie's kid, the gimp.
Downright hilarious.
Stop a few people on the street and ask if their mothers are crazy. See how many say yes.
The warmest, looniest family saga since Moonstruck.
Oh, God.
Academy Award winners Shirley MacLaine, Kathy Bates, Jessica Tandy. Used People. Rated PG-13. Sneak preview Saturday night at select theaters.
Tonight on Nightline, he's at it again, testing the limit with Washington and the UN. Is force the only language Saddam Hussein understands? Tonight.
The State Consumer Advocate's Office is warning consumers to beware of proposed rate increases by Sierra Pacific. Ann Hamill with the state agency says that Sierra Pacific is proposing 6 different rate hikes, which could tack on an additional $200 to your annual bill. She says the increase affects your water, gas, and electric bills, and consumers need to speak up immediately in order to fight this most recent proposal.
Charging too much money, we're here and we're the competition.
How long is...
The most important thing a consumer can do is contact the Public Service Commission, let them know that this rate increase will affect them, that it does hit them where they hurt, you know, it hurts where it hits them, and that they need to try to come to the consumer session when the commission sets the date for that.
The DEA.
Hamill says that the consumer office feels the rate increase is simply unjustifiable based on the fact that Sierra Pacific posted a $50 million profit last year. Sierra Pacific spokesman Carl Walquist says the group is somewhat misleading, however. He says the company only had a 41.9% profit and that not all of that money goes to investors. He claims the company needs the rate hike to build the Chalk Bluff water treatment plant to accommodate price increases for power and many other reasons.
More fuel for Nevada's fight to keep the nuke dump out of this state, and some say it's the most powerful evidence to date against the project. Criticisms come from a retired Air Force Brigadier General hired to evaluate the site selection process. In his report, General Joel Hall says it's clear the decision to put the dump at Yucca Mountain has been made, and now the focus is on licensing that site. Senator Richard Bryan joined us on the 5:30 edition of News Channel 8 tonight, and he said he's talked with Hall and that Hall's observations may be what Nevada needs to keep the dump out.
It's, in my judgment, the most damaging criticism of this project that I've read in 10 years, and it lays it all out. And it frankly confirms what we in Nevada have suspected for a long time, that the fix is in. They've already made the decision, and they're simply trying to dress it up.
Bryan says that he feels support for the dump is lessening in Washington right now, and that the Clinton administration just may prove an ally for the Silver State.
Senator Harry Reid has nominated a black, a woman, and a Reno attorney to fill federal posts in Nevada. Reid is nominating Tony Ray Shaw, a detective with the Reno Police Department, as U.S. Marshal. A local civil attorney, Catherine Landreth, has been picked for U.S. Attorney, and Attorney David Hagan